Alright, so this is gonna be an update to Lords of the Fallen, Master of the Fate. So we'll see what they're gonna add, talk about. It's gonna be interesting. I never played this version. I heard at launch
Hello, fellow Lambetters. Saul here. After
had a
the
lot of
culmination of over
issues.
3.5 years of passion, we launched Lords of the Fallen, our debut game at Hexworks.
But still a
We were
solid
truly
game.
humbled when we saw that in just over a week, there were already over 1 million of you embarking upon the wall of Morrowstead. Your belief in our vision has been our driving force. Today, we'd like to take the opportunity to share some insights on our transformative new update that will redefine your future playthroughs. We take immense pride in Lords of the Fallen being amongst the first ever games to launch on Unreal Engine 5, and the very first
that's
action
pretty
RPG to do so. It is in part thanks to this amazing technology that we were able to overlay 2 parallel walls on top of each other, with the ability to switch instantly between them
pretty
both.
sick, the details.
We wanted to bring something entirely new and innovative to the genre, something that would provide a unique twist. That said, this innovation, coupled with a brand new game engine, meant we were navigating completely uncharted territory from a technical standpoint. Furthermore,
That looks good.
we aspire to elevate the genre's prevailing online multiplayer mechanic with our seamless co-op mode. In contrast to other games in the genre, players stay together after defeating a boss for as long as they desire. While
That's
a full
dope.
co-op campaign was beyond our original scope,
If you have a
we
friend
firmly believe
that enjoys
that
playing this game,
stands as one of the very best multiplayer experiences currently available within the action RPGs. Despite our best efforts, some people experience unforeseen technical issues when Lords of the Fallen first launched, and you rightfully brought it up to our attention. We've taken your feedback very seriously and acted as swiftly as possible to bring the game in line with our vision. We've released.
see, and that's what you do as a developer. As long as your community is giving you feedback that's, good criticism, not saying like, "Oh, you should die," things of that nature. It makes sense to listen to your players because if they're telling you, most likely they care about your game. And the fact that he said that the team and him took it seriously and then they worked on it and they said, "Oh, that's fair for you guys to bring it to our attention," that's good.
Over 30 updates to address gameplay feedback and all technical hiccups, which in many cases only occurred on very specific PC hardware. As a result, we are delighted to confirm that the likelihood of any in-game crash is now less than 1%. Second hitches have been fully resolved and frame rate has been significantly improved across all platforms. Likewise, our online multiplayer experience is now more stable and more responsive than ever has been. In light of the game's enduring popularity, we made the decision to expand its period of live support, and in early November, revealed an ambitious post-launch roadmap, encompassing several significant content updates, alongside
free content planned. What? That's pretty dope. It must have sold decent or well, and they must be happy with the overall product of their game to be doing this. This is dope. This right here makes me want to check it out. Sometimes that happens. Like a game comes out and it's unstable, and it kind of will ruin the title for you unless you're willing to give it another shot with all the updates. That's why I kind of like to let other people play first, and then I'll come in later. Because now I'm gonna get this perspective where everything is polished, and I'm gonna have like, oh, this was a great game. I won't have that tainted experience because it just was bugging and stuff like that. Man, gamepad, pretty cool. I like this.
With continuous smaller releases. We've added tons of new content, like new armors, new weapons,
I like the one
new
on the right.
bosses, new quests, and we've also taken the opportunity to address the most popular user feedback. Enemy density has been reduced, boss difficulty has been increased, and we've added numerous quality of life improvements.
So people figure out bosses pretty quick.
The Lords of the Fallen experience is the best it's ever been, and it's about to get even better. I'm delighted to introduce the final stage of the Lords of the Fallen free content roadmap, Master of Fate update.
Oh man.
Whether you purged the 5 beacons in the name of Aureus, reveled in their Rogar corruption as the champion of Adir, or even sided with the all-consuming entity, otherwise known as the Umbral Mother, a brand new and totally unique game experience now awaits those who've completed Lords of the Fallen. Forge your own destiny with the Master of Fate update, which introduces a fully fledged new game modifier system,
What was that?
empowering players to completely
Turtle
customize
shell?
subsequent playthroughs of Lords of the Fallen. Adjust mob density, randomize loot drops and enemy types, and even enable permadeath with the Iron Man modifier for an all-new roguelite challenge for only the most battle-hardened of Crusaders.
Oh, that's pretty
These
cool.
new gameplay modifiers are completely optional and can be applied to either the New Game Plus or Reset World option you're presented with when completing an initial playthrough.
That's
You're
pretty
free
cool.
to select as many as you want, with multiple configurations guaranteed to result in some truly unique experiences. Plus, there's new achievements for all new gameplay features. And fear not, you'll always have the option to reset the world at any vestige, in case you were a little too ambitious in your choices. So, let's take a look at the options.
That's smart to reset it, so you're not.
For players
Randomizers.
looking to create a
Yo.
one of
Randomizers are so big in Elden Ring, and I don't know if it's just Elden Ring. I think that I could be mistaken, but I think that started in like Dark Souls, because I don't think it happened in Demon Souls. I think that started in Dark Souls and then carried over to Elden Ring, but I could be wrong. But Elden Ring for sure, randomizers. There's crazy mods for Elden Ring, so this is super smart.
a kind adventure with every playthrough, the all-new randomizers really turn New Game Plus on its head. In random enemy mode, every encounter will be completely unpredictable, with absolutely any of the 70 plus
Replayability
enemy
is
types
just insane
able to
with
spawn.
randomizers.
Perhaps you'll
And it's
face
just fun
a
if you're
dreaded
streaming
marauder in the
with your
opening
community.
hours, or a patrol of skin stealers with but a slither of health remaining. Similarly, with random loot spawns, there's no knowing what item you'll pick up next. Whether you're
Dude,
opening
so you
a
could get, like, a
chest
dope
or soul
item.
flaying an umbral belly, literally any weapon, armor, or one of the other numerous items can be found at any point in the game. Perhaps a super OP dual-handed battle axe lies just around that corner. Though at the same time, there's every chance it'll turn out to be that bottom-of-the-barrel shield.
Yeah, I'll probably
The
get this
RNG
game done
gods we trust.
just for
And
this,
speaking of
just
loot,
because of this
there's
update.
also the pre-upgraded loot modifier, ensuring all weapons, shields, and catalysts found come pre-upgraded based on your player level. For the ultimate Get
I love
Good challenge,
Iron
select
Man
Iron
modes.
Man. If slaying an Axiom, you'll still resurrect an Umbral for a second chance to survive. But suffer defeat in this nightmarish realm, and that's the end of your adventure. Instead of reviving at a vestige, you'll restart at the very beginning of the game, albeit retaining your player level and items. Pair this with our loot randomizer, and you've effectively turned Lords of the Fallen.
Okay, I would have preferred that like you lose everything. I like that kind of hard mode, so that way it's more intense. Every step of the way, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna have to fight this boss. I gotta be really on point. Like it could be like a journey of you training up to get so good to where you don't die not once. I mean, I guess, but that's the thing. That's what makes Armo, have that tension. Is like, oh, if I slip up this once, you have to kind of play perfect throughout your whole playthrough. But that's not bad. You know what I mean? I get it. They want to not alienate people that aren't crazy like me, that like that super hard punishing. Oh, you gotta reset from zero now because you lost.
Into a bona fide roguelite experience. By selecting the Withered Healing option, you'll no longer replenish health through normal means. Instead, when you use your Sanguinarix or other consumable to heal, you will only receive Wither, meaning you'll have to play aggressively for any chance of survival.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
Vestiges are the saving grace for many a Dark Crusader. With the Vestige Decay modifier, you can adjust the number of vestiges you'll encounter in your crusade across Mornstead. Or you can even remove them altogether for the ultimate challenge of endurance. And if all that's not challenging enough, there's the More Enemies modifier, which increases
That's pretty
the
cool
number
too.
of formidable foes you'll encounter throughout a
Let's just
playthrough.
make it bonkers.
So, whether you want to make the game easier, harder, or simply rearrange a few things for an equally unpredictable second, third, or even fourth journey through Mornstead, become a master of fate with our latest update, available now and free for all owners of Lords of the Fallen.
Yo, this update is free with all that content. All this? That's awesome, dude. Okay. I might for sure purchase this. There's a lot of games coming out this year, so my backlog is insane. There's even old games that I want to play just because I just missed some of the old games I grew up with. But yo, this is amazing. Whoever owns Lords of the Fallen, bravo, man, for this update because it's free. So you get to try it out and see all the, craziness that you could get into, all the fun. All right, well, that's going to be it. I think this is dope. I think the developers from other studios can learn from this, giving free updates that isn't greedy. You know what I'm saying? Because this could be in a DLC. They could have added an extra area, put all this stuff, and put a price tag. But I think maybe they wanted to gain the gamer's trust again because of how the launch went. I'm assuming that. I don't know. I just know that the launch wasn't great. He even said it. He even admitted it. So I think maybe this is probably why. Or it could just be they were happy, after all the bugs and stuff. Maybe a lot of people brought the game once it was stable. I mean, I don't know if it had frame rate issues, but once everything was fixed, pretty much. But that's gonna be it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like what I'm doing over here, I'll appreciate if you subscribe, leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next one.